CMK and Associates and Team Taylor. We are here on another Flippin' Friday. Today, as you can see, we are in the Flippin' boardroom. I love saying that, it rolls off the tongue real nice. And we got a very special guest with us today. We got Attorney Valerie Rowling, who is the premier, I guess we say REO attorney in the area. And yes, and she's going to really help us out today with understanding how you guys can, I guess, understand how this works from another side and how it can benefit you. Last week, I know we talked about how many REOs there were in our area. Just in a quick search, I think we came up with 55. Just in a couple areas, and so it just made me think, you know what, we got to bring in an expert from the legal side to kind of talk to you about how we can use her information to help us buy more and be more profitable, which is what we want. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome, awesome. So tell us a little bit about how long you've been doing this and what makes you an expert.
Sure. Oh. I have been doing this for, well, I've been practicing real estate law for 15 years, but I've been an REO expert for 10. I work for a law firm called A Law, Albertelli Law. They're based out of Tampa, Florida, but I manage and run their entire New York REO portfolio.
So all of New York State?
All New York. Yeah.
Wow, so she definitely, and we know how many foreclosures we talk about this year.
Yes.
That's why we don't have no phones in here, because it will not stop ringing.
Yeah. We put them in the other room before we started. Yes,
Awesome, awesome. So, I mean, you get the whole gamut of all different kind of companies. And
I do. Yeah, I work with agents throughout, lenders throughout the state, upstate and downstate differences I'm very familiar with. We also offer legal, settlement, and title services in the firm. We actually do all 50 states as well, so I have knowledge not just in New York, but in other states as well, in the REO market.
Wow, wow. So now you're seeing the person, when I have a question that has to do with anything with foreclosures, HUD, REOs, things like that, this is who I'm going to. So it just made sense that we bring us all together here on Flippin' Friday. So let's get right into it, I guess. What about numbers of them? How many do you see an increase? Do you see a decrease?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Just this month, we closed, I think, 83 REOs in New York, just this month, so, I mean, we're doing thousands of them a year. There's definitely quite an increase locally that I've seen in this area and the surrounding counties, so it's not slowing down.
It's not slowing down.
No.
So we definitely we talked about different ways on our show about how they can get money for financing these so they can fix them and things like that. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity for them.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So what about, now you see them in all sizes, like higher price point, every area is there,
People default in all kinds of houses in every area, circumstances change, people's jobs change, they can no longer afford their mortgage and the bank forecloses, the bank ends up with properties all over the state, the bank doesn't know what to do with them and they want to get rid of them.
Do they want the property?
No, they do not. Banks are not in the business of selling real estate. They don't want to be. They retain asset management companies to essentially sell these properties for them. These asset managers partner with agents like you and help them market these properties, but their end game, their goal is to get rid of them as quickly as possible, spend as little money as possible as to get rid of them.
Right. So how long are some of these properties on the market, you think, before they actually get to where they're being sold?
Depends on the area.
Some
areas are very hot with this market. You can't even.
And some banks are more aggressive than others.
Correct. Yeah.
What are some of the problems? Because we know when you're buying a foreclosure or something like that, sometimes there could be. What do you see as one of the lead things our buyers need to be aware of? Like I know some of them that people want to buy these properties without an attorney. Like that's crazy.
That's my first thing.
Okay.
Not to plug myself,
right.
But you should have an attorney, 100%. There's so many nuances to buying these properties that not even just an attorney who's an expert in REO properties. Your run-of-the-mill, even general practice real estate attorney is just not going to know some of the things that are really specific on these deals. Like I'll just throw one out there.
Yes.
Attorney approval. In our area, the real estate contracts, always the local real estate contracts, have a 5-day attorney approval period. Every attorney around here knows this. This is just the standard practice. A contract is signed by you as a buyer. Your attorney has 5 days to change it. In the REO world, attorney approval does not exist. So the minute you as a buyer sign a contract, you're bound to everything in that contract.
Wow.
So if your attorney hasn't seen it before you sign, you're stuck. Not that you can make a lot of changes, but there's a little wiggle room. And so it's a good idea to have somebody who
That
knows
is crazy.
the wiggle.
So, again, for the standard practices are you sign it, then you send it to the attorney.
Correct.
So when you're buying something like that, see, having an attorney now that I know, you'll know, so knowing that you gotta send it to them first.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. If there's anything you want changed, it's gotta happen early.
What about titles? What about, like, is there certain things that happen with that? Like, I know we ran into a situation that, so
Always
how does that work?
So because these properties are foreclosed properties, that means that they went through a legal foreclosure action before they are being marketed. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in a legal foreclosure action. The foreclosed homeowner might not have been served in the action. The foreclosure attorney might not have filed something. So there's sort of distinct title issues that you see on these REO properties that you don't see in regular properties. So you definitely want, an attorney who knows how to read an REO title commitment versus an attorney who's just used to a normal title commitment.
Right.
A lot of those things can be cleared easily enough and quickly enough. You just have to know who to go to and how to do it.
Right. I know that we ran into a situation where it was an actual tax foreclosure, and that even had some kind of, again, these nuances that, to be honest, you don't have the time to know them all. And even as a realtor that does as much volume as I do, I don't know all these things. So you have to rely on an expert who knows it. And tell me a little bit about what happened with that. Just tell them what.
Oh, the tax sale
Yes.
foreclosure? I think it was that a lot of times when people don't pay their mortgage, they don't pay their taxes either. And the tax authorities will foreclose on the property. They will take the property and the lien holder will no longer have a mortgage to foreclose. So they can lose the property. So the lender might not even realize it. They go to market this REO property and it goes to title and you realize they don't own it anymore.
And we had a buyer who bought one that wasn't served or done properly.
Yeah.
They couldn't even buy it because the seller couldn't sell it, or they couldn't get title for 2 years, or it was just a mess. It was a mess. Like,
foreclosed owners reserve some rights in a foreclosure. So if they weren't personally served, they have a kind of a right of redemption. They have the ability to come back and to pay off everything and get the property back. I mean, it never happens, and however many years I've been doing this.
but that new buyer couldn't buy it because title company wouldn't insure it.
Yeah, they want insured until the time period passes, and you want to at least know what the things you have to worry about when you're buying a property like this.
I want to sleep well at night. So I gotta have somebody.
Right. A lot of investors tend to buy these properties and they think, I'm an investor, I buy properties all over, I know what I'm doing.
Mhm.
But REOs are a little different, they're not, even I've seen savvy investors lose their deposits on REOs
Wow.
quite a few times.
I'm just looking through, we had a meeting here and she had some great notes. I mean, literally we can go on for hours talking about this because it is fascinating. But we like to keep these short on Fridays, but there is just so much here that you need to know. Again, like, again, I don't know where to dive in, but time is of the essence.
That's an important
Okay,
thing
okay.
to be aware of that can get a lot of people in trouble when they don't have an attorney, and even sometimes when they do. All these properties there's a specific time frame you have to close within, usually 30 days cash, 60 days on a loan. And if you don't close within those time periods, you have to pay per diem, which is usually $100, $150 a day for every day that you go over
Wow.
the closing date. So even if you're getting a loan and it's your lender's fault, that maybe it's just a delay in getting loan approval, these REO sellers will still make you pay per diem. So you want to be smart about the lender you use as well when you're buying these properties. Only use a lender that's familiar with these types of properties. I wouldn't recommend going with, maybe you have a mortgage with, Wells or somebody, and do your research. Make sure.
So it sounds like you need to, like I said, go in kind of knowing what it is, and this is why we do this, so we can get you doing this right from the beginning. I mean, I know, I want you guys, and we don't usually even do this, I want you to comment and write some questions that you could have me ask, or we can set up a time to maybe do a call or something, or come back on again and answer more, because I'm trying to think of all the questions we want to ask, and before you know this will be 30 minutes, and ain't nobody watching it for 30 minutes, but there are a lot of you who do have more questions that are real serious about buying a flip and buying, and there's so many available. You gotta just do the right things, get the research, ask the question. So if you have a question, make sure you comment, write the question. I will get you an answer, and we'll kind of do it, you know, whether it's, you know, essay style or you know, like some kind of, I don't know, we'll just write it back. I don't care. Whatever you need, we'll get it done. But I don't want to take up too much of her time, because you know she's busy with what's going on. But this is important for you. So again, as always, if you know somebody who's looking to sell a property that might be a flip, give us a call, let me know. So far, you've been doing a great job. We've been getting a lot of information that we may be able to help people pair a flipper with the property, get them cash, get them closed quickly. So until next week, see you next Flippin' Friday.